Wednesday, my dudes. Wednesday, wear pink. Algebra 1, SWBA. What's that stand for, Kelly? Students will be able to. The G is silent. Write linear equations in standard form. Section 4.7. Okay. Guys, you might notice, excuse me, this is a short section today, okay? That means we'll have some good work time, okay? We will also likely get a quick head start on the next section just to give us more work time next time as well, okay? To kind of spread the wealth, so to speak, okay? So heads up on that. So there's a good chance at the end of class today, we're also going to reconvene for a few minutes and just give a quick head start on the next lesson. Not any extra homework or anything like that, but just to give us less time on notes next time, okay? Does that make sense? Okay, cool beans.
You like the Robin Hood math.
Yes. Okay. Write an equation in standard form. So first, we need to learn what the heck standard form is. We learned point slope form and we learned slope intercept form, okay? Someone remind me what slope intercept form looks like.
Y minus y1.
Y equals mx plus b with slope intercept form. We have the slope m and the intercept b. Now Seth, remind me of point slope form.
Y minus y1 equals n to the quantity of x minus x1.
Very good. Point slope form uses the points y1 and x1, y1, and the slope m. Okay? And it's y minus y1 is equal to m times the quantity x minus x1. So now we learn standard form. So linear equations can be written in point slope form. Linear equations that are in point slope form can also be written in standard form. Okay? We can also take ones from slope intercept form and turn them into standard form, and we'll look at that as well. Here's what standard form looks like. AX plus BY is equal to C. Holy cow, that's only letters. Just like our other ones, only letters. What? Where's the math? Okay? So for this AX plus BY is equal to C, we have a few guidelines we have to follow. Okay? We have a few guidelines we have to follow for what we call our standard form. Okay? Yes. Okay? First guideline, all variables must be on the left. AKA x and y both have to be on the left. Okay? Here, A, B, and C are not variables that are left as A, B, and C. They are numbers. They are coefficients and a constant. A and B are numbers multiplying with x and y. C is a constant on the other side. Okay? Okay? So, for this, A must be positive. We must have the coefficient with our x be positive. We have something x plus something y is equal to c. So we put the x first, and that has to be positive for this. Another important thing is A, B, and C cannot be fractions or decimals. We don't want to deal with fractions or decimals here, so if we have any, we'll learn how to get rid of them.
You just don't get problems.
Not quite true. Kenny, what was your question?
Do you have a Band-Aid?
Yes.
Cut is like rotate. Not blood. I don't know. It's here. Probably fine. Talking about life is just prolonged death.
Kenny, do you want to use some Flex Seal instead?
No.
But if you saw a boat in half, you can use Flex Seal too. Yeah.
It is.
completely
I have
shatter
a
a phone
giant
glass
crack.
and it's like this funny thing. There's no flex seal, not flex liquid.
Here we're going to go through some examples and know what we're talking about, okay? First one, write each equation in standard form for all four of these. First one, this is originally in what form do we see? Point slope, okay? This is in our point slope form. It's very good that we can be able to identify these types of forms and know which forms they are, okay? To know them well. Now, this is originally in point slope form, okay? So what we're actually going to start off by doing is we're actually going to turn it into slope intercept, and then we're going to change it from there, okay? So we're going to turn it into slope intercept, and then we'll change it from there. So how do we turn this into slope intercept form?
I don't distribute.
Distribute, very good. Y minus 5 is equal to 1/3 x minus 1. We distribute the 1/3 and we get 1/3 x minus 1. Now we have one more step to get this into slope intercept form. What is that?
At 5.
Add 5. Now we have y is equal to 1/3 x plus 4. So now we turn it into slope-intercept form. Well, if we notice in standard form, we said all the variables must be on which side? The left. But now we currently have what variable on the left side? Y. What variable do we need to get on the left side? X. We need to get that 1/3 x on the left side. How do we move the 1/3 x to the left side?
Minus 1/3.
Subtract it to move it. Negative 1/3 x plus y is equal to 4. So we have all the variables on the left side. Check. What's the next one though? A must be positive. Is A currently positive? What is our A right now?
Negative 1/3.
Negative 1/3, because that's what's with the x.
It also can't be.
Is A currently positive? No. Seth, what else can't it be?
Fraction.
It can't be a fraction, it's currently a fraction, okay? So here's how we get rid of that. A fraction is really what type of problem? Division. How do we undo division? Multiply. So here's what we're really going to do, guys. We're going to multiply the whole side by -3. And if we multiply one side of an equation, what do we have to do to the other side? The same thing to keep it balanced. And we'll see in a second here why we're doing that. Because what is, after we multiply this by -3 and we distribute, what's -3 times -1/3? Just positive 1. So now we're just left with, I'm going to move this up here so I have room. Now we're just left with positive 1x, or just x. What's -3 times y? -3y. And what's 4 times -3?
Negative 12.
-12. So now did we fit our qualifications? All variables on the left? Yep. A must be positive? Yep, it's positive 1. And they can't be fractions or decimals. Do you see a single fraction or decimal? Nope. And we have in the form ax plus by equals c. So in this case, what is our a?
X.
What's our a? What's with the x? 1. What's our b?
-3.
-3. And what's our c?
-12.
-12. Okay? So now we have this in standard form. So when it's in point slope, you first actually need to get it to slope intercept. And then from there, we can continue. Questions on that one? Okay, so it's kind of weird, guys, right, that we multiply this by -3 at the end, but does it now make sense why we chose that? We could have multiplied it by any number on both sides and it stays equal, but we chose -3 because that accomplished our goal of making this number positive, the a positive, and no longer a fraction, okay? So that's why we chose -3. Because we chose whatever number is in the denominator, and this was negative, so we had to make it negative to make it positive. Let's try number 2. So what form is number 2 in?
Point slope.
Point slope. So what do we have to do first in order to solve? First, have to distribute to turn it into slope intercept. Y minus 1 is equal to what on the right-hand side there, Bailey? What's 7 times x? Okay, and what's 7 times 5? 35. Okay. Lauren, what would we do next? I'll try again. Add 1. Y is equal to 7x plus 36. Okay, so now we have it in slope intercept form, but how do we get the standard form? What's this have to look like, Seth?
It has to be ax plus by equals c.
Yeah, it has to be
on the
ax
left.
plus by equals c, so we need x's and y's all on the left, okay? So we currently have the y on the left, but we need to move our x over there, don't we? So how do we move positive 7x across? Subtract 7x. And we like our x's first, negative 7x plus y is equal to 36. Now, is this finished? Blessing must raise on after, let's forget. Why is this not finished, Christian? We have a negative where our a is, okay? We're okay with the b being negative or the c being negative like we had before in this problem, but we don't want the a to be negative. Are there any fractions we have to worry about this time? No. So we don't have to really multiply it by any specific number as far as that goes, but what can we do here? What number can we multiply it by, Ben? We can do a -1 on both sides. Okay, because anything you do to one side, you have to do it to the other. So if we distribute this -1 in Is that going to change the actual number value of anything?
No.
No, it won't.
So it makes it positive.
It just makes everything the opposite sign. So -1 times -7x is what?
Positive 7x.
Positive 7x. -1 times y is -y, and 36 times -1 is -36. So now do we have all the variables on the left?
Yeah.
Do we have a positive?
Yes.
Yep. And do we have any fractions? No. So we're done. So here, what's our a? 7. It's not 7x, it's just 7. It's whatever's with the x. What's our b?
36. Negative 36.
-1. Our b is -1. It's whatever's with the y. And what's our c? -36. Okay. And number 3 and 4, we put the page here, number 3 and 4. What do we notice about these? Are they already in slope intercept for us?
Yeah.
So is this actually a couple less steps for us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want you guys to go ahead and try number 3 on your own. I want you guys to try turning number 3 into standard form. And once you have it or have questions, I want you to raise your hand. Go home check.
Sure.
Thank you, Liddy.
I'm coming on her.
Thank you. Okay, very good. I coming out of retirement is
Yeah.
confidence me.
He's got to do one more job. I am coming out of retirement.
Going out check stuff?
He's got to get his retirement back up.
I got you.
I got it.
Why are you wearing the same shirt as me? I don't know. I woke up earlier. Last class, me and you were wearing the same sweatshirt then. Why you wearing the same? Yes. No.
Like call back and telemarketer.
Yeah, that's right.
Christian.
Can't call back telemarketers.
Thank you.
No, 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 no. We're not calling them.
I did. I didn't put any force on it.
That's okay. Okay, let's talk about this one. So here, we just need to move the 3x across, get all the variables on the left. -3x plus y is equal to 5. Now we don't want this to be negative, so we multiply by -1 on both sides. So we have 3x minus y as we distribute is equal to -5. Variables all on the left, no negative for a, and there's no fractions. Question on that one. Okay, go ahead and try number 4, please. When you have that or have questions, raise your hand, please.
I don't know, maybe.
I was worried there.
Why the heck? The new one was right now. It's never the obvious one.
That's why I guess it's British.
You're gonna win.
Kelly went to the club.
Yes.
I did.
That's
Masters in one unit.
Yeah.
What, wait, are you asking me now?
I'm not asking you to. That's sad.
Wait,
I'm
what
just
do you
doing,
mean
I
this
just wanted to do stuff for baseball.
Oh, did you work out?
Yeah, we did like the stuff for our arm yesterday.
What did you do? What did you do this year?
Attention back up here. Attention back up here. Y is equal to 1/2 x plus 1. Our first math move is what, Kenny?
Oh, you're gonna, so move the negative 2 over.
Nope. Try again.
Move the positive 2 over. Or
Nope.
Positive 1/2 over.
How?
Subtract 1/2.
Thank you. Subtract 1/2 x. Next time, don't try to block people with pencils, and we won't have to,
Okay.
be hauled off for not paying attention. Okay. So negative 1/2 x plus y is equal to 1. We have a negative for a, and we have a fraction. We don't like either of those. How do we undo that, Justin? Yeah, multiply -2 on both sides. Exactly right. And Justin chose -2 because once negative times a negative will make it a positive, and this 2 will cross reduce with this 2. When you distribute, we'll just left with 1x, and then -2 times y is -2y. And we don't care if that one's negative. And 1 is equal, and 1 times -2 is -2. We have x minus 2y is equal to -2. Okay. Now, hey, if there was a fraction for b, would we still have to go through and remultiply?
No.
Let's say a, b, and c cannot be fraction decimals. So if any of these three were still a fraction, would you have to go through and multiply again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have to go to 4.
Questions on that?
No.
I'm going to go and pass to this worksheet. Okay.
My speakers. So much help.
Oh, it's funny. We were sitting yesterday. They just have a leash. It's a carrying leash.
Hey guys, everybody flip to the back real quick. Oh, wait a second. There is no back. Okay.
I did that already.
Can we only do